Very dry still.
Yeah, it's still very dry, and there's not a tremendous amount of hope that's going to change in a big way, but we'll get to details on that in your full forecast. But, Dick, you cannot jump the gun on the watering. There are still some areas of the valley where we're dropping below freezing at night, and when you get out there and say,
moly, look
honey,
at that.
turn on the sprinkler, we're fine. No, not
yet.
Quite yet. Yeah, we're getting there. But not a lot of hard freezes left, but still enough to freeze things as you turn on the sprinklers in the morning in some spots. Across the north and east, we had red flag warnings for tomorrow. This stretches all the way into the East Mountains and down through Torrance County. We also have fire weather watches across southeastern New Mexico, the Albuquerque area, and west central sections of the state as well. So the fire danger is going to remain high for us, and winds will be a factor throughout the day. It's 61 right now in the metro. East-southeast winds at 6 miles an hour. Across the north, 40s, 50s, and 60s. Down to the south, 50s and 60s for us right now. Satellite and radar shows most of the action continuing to be to our north here. A lot of cloud cover across northern Utah with snow and rain showers there. Not much going on across most of New Mexico. We're remaining fairly quiet for now, but there is a lot more cloud cover around the Four Corners right now as we're starting to see this next storm system approach. This particular system, like just about everyone before it, will turn to our north here, giving most of the moisture up into Utah and Colorado, maybe a few snow showers around the San Juans north of Durango, but more than anything else, by this system dropping close to us, it will crank up the winds for tomorrow, and we will see that possibility of maybe a shower or two across the Four Corners, but nothing too widespread. The bigger story will be the winds across the state. Now, here in the metro, the winds aren't going to be quite as big a factor, 15 to 25 miles an hour. Considering we were higher than that today, really not too bad. But gusts to 45 across the northeast, gusts to 40 in the northwest, and down across the south, 20 miles an hour southeast, and gusts to 35 in the southwest here. So we're definitely going to see a day with elevated wind and elevated fire danger. But we also have at least the possibility of some occasional showers over the next few days. So here's our precip breakdown as we look at it through the weekend here and into next week. Spot showers will be possible as this storm goes to the north around the Four Corners, whether it be Durango or the San Juans or into Farmington. By Friday, we could still see a spot shower across the northern mountains here, but again, nothing too widespread. Over the weekend, we could draw a little bit of moisture into southeastern New Mexico. It's not going to be widespread, but a stray storm is possible there. And then it looks like another system for the beginning of next week. This one is showing signs of turning to the north as well, but let's wait and see how that goes. We at least have the chance at raised humidity levels and maybe a shower or two with this next one coming into the beginning of next week. Again, none of these a big deal, but at least maybe we could squeeze a few showers out occasionally. It's not completely dry. 50s and 60s for us across the Four Corners. Partly cloudy. We'll look for that spot storm as a possibility for tomorrow. Your extended forecast shows that after we get through tomorrow, weekend looks pretty good around the Four Corners, and then Monday into Tuesday, we'll get that chance at a few more showers. Down to the south and west, we'll see winds up to 35 miles an hour here for tomorrow. Temperatures in the 70s and 80s overall. A nice setup. Over to the southeast, winds really not that big a deal across southeastern New Mexico. The problem is the heat. 90 in Roswell, 91 Artesia, 92 Carlsbad, 86 in Hobbs. And remember, we're mid-March here. And as we get into the 7-day forecast, Roswell going to be right around the high 80s through Friday and then even into the weekend as well. North and east, this is where most of the wind is. Temperatures very comfortable, though. 70 in Morris, 74 Las Vegas, 79 in Roy, and 77 in Raton. Across the northern mountains, gusty winds here as well, with temperatures for the most part in the 60s and 70s, although if you get up into the real high mountain communities, we will be in the 50s for tomorrow. Your Santa Fe extended forecast, high 60s all the way through the weekend with partly sunny skies. Meanwhile, East Mountains, temps going to be, for the most part, in the 60s. As you get out toward Estancia and Moriarty, temperatures in the 70s with wind gusts up to 40 miles an hour. Into the metro area, not a bad day for us, about as warm as we were today. And then southwest winds 10 to 20 miles an hour. So we'll call it breezy out there for tomorrow, but still a pretty good setup. 7-day forecast shows there's not a lot to be worried about here either. Temperatures in the low 70s through Sunday. Really comfortable stuff. So if we're not going to drag a storm in here, we might as well have the temperature be about 72 degrees, and that's what we're going to get.
Might as well soak up some rays anyway.
Sure,
if you can't soak up any rain. Sports is next.